What's good, Blacks Up Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, today we'll be looking at a video from Pink Book Lessons. Now, shout out to his sister. But apparently, Fani is hot over the Young Thug situation. I want y'all to check this out.
You are so unorganized that you are throwing this case together as you try it. I'm going to take a recess for a few minutes. And I can't figure out what it is. If it's disingenuous, if it is, but it is baffling that somebody with the number of years of experience that you have, time after time after time, continues to hide the ball to the extent you possibly can for as long as you possibly can. And I really don't want to believe that it is purposeful, but honestly, after a certain number of times, you start to wonder how it could be anything but that, unless it is just that you are so unorganized that you are throwing this case together as you try it. And I am sorry to say that. But this case is being made much more difficult for everybody because of the haphazard way in which it is being presented. I'm going to take a recess for a few minutes. I'll have a ruling when I get back.
You know, the key word here is incompetent. The longest running trial in Georgia history. This YSL case I would call a circus. It was super embarrassing and exposed the incompetence of Fani Willis and her office. You literally had short bus shawties like Woody running circles around them. It was just so embarrassing.
Now, let me put a little bit of sauce on that too. This woman is so incompetent that she had several workplace sexual encounters with different people, and she put her little boo on a case for Trump, and still he had to take a whole racketeering course. That tells you how incompetent this woman is. This woman was so focused on getting Young Thug off the streets to the point where she could have possibly allowed several murderers to get off because of her incompetence and because of the fact that she was just trying to throw that damn book at Young Thug. And this woman is up for re-election. Fani Willis is one of the most incompetent, ignorant, arrogant women I've seen in a courtroom ever. And I ain't never been in the fucking courtroom. If this is how lawyers are, matter of fact, I can't even call her a lawyer. I can call her a booty dancing, I can call her a booty bandit, or a booty bandit acceptor, I should say. Because ain't no way, me as a professional lawyer, I'm going to have all this shit in the back closet and that shit getting thrown out all over the damn place because you literally tried to president. Like, if you going to do that shit, make sure your shit clean. She did that, threw the book at Trump, and threw the book at Young Thug, and her shit getting exposed left and right with Nathan Wade, with the damn Georgia State DA corruption and all this stuff. This woman is getting exposed left and right. Now, we're talking about racketeering in a RICO case. Shouldn't all of this shit that's getting exposed by Fani Willis and her office and her incompetence, shouldn't that require a federal investigation? Because if the Georgia DA is that corrupt, Georgia Fulton County DA, hold on, let me see what Fani Willis is. Fani Willis.
According to Wikipedia, Fani Taifa Willis is an American attorney.
Yep. She's the DA of Fulton County. Boy. You stupid hoe. You stupid asshole.
Why did you shrug your shoulder?
Cause they my shoulders.
What is 372?
Numbers. I know I ain't complete school, but I think I'm speaking proper English. I told you, I don't recall nothing I said to no polices. You keep sitting right here asking me the same question over and over and over and over and over. I'm tired of it. I'm drained.
Okay. Well, if you would just answer the questions
I
properly.
am answering the question. You ask me, I say yes, yes. When I say yes, you ask me the same question over and over and over and over and over.
But did you just tell the court and this jury that you're saying yes just to move the process along?
I think I said it loud and clear.
Going back to January 11th, 2015.
I don't recall.
Can I finish the
They
question?
didn't listen to the
And they
question.
keep bringing up third name. So what I did was, to get him off of me, I said, third did this, third did that, third did, because I knew they would never, I knew he didn't do it. And in my mind, I knew that the police would never go mess with him. So it was easy for me to try to throw the blame off on him to get them off of me. And that's what I was doing from all these years. I don't remember what I don't told them in the past. But my whole motive was, Doug did it because I knew he didn't do it, and they couldn't lock him up. And they keep talking about thug. So guess what I'm gonna tell them? Yeah. What else you want me to tell them? Yeah, he killed this person. Yeah, he did that. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's right now. If I walk out this thing and they say, the police stop me now. Hey man, give me something about Doug. I'll make something up about him again.
Now Young Thug's part of this whole situation is supposed to be over. He ended up accepting a plea deal that allowed him to go home, which I also believe is a setup. The first thing that came to mind is, it's not a coincidence that Fani Willis came up with this plea just 2 business days before her election.
So old buddy literally just trying to get shit off of him. So he threw Young Thug name in the whole bunch. So you telling me that this man threw this man under the bus because he kept doing stupid shit and he just wanted to get the heat off of him. So he would say, tell me something about Thug, and he'd tell him some bullshit. Him thinking that they can't go out the Thug. If this don't tell you that motherfuckers can't be trusted, I don't know what to fucking tell you. And look at this high booty ass bitch right here. Man, you are the worst fucking DA I've seen in the history of America. Your incompetence is so baffling. There ain't even been words in the damn dictionary that's been invented for your ass. You can't make this shit up.
At a time when the judge was so fed up with the situation and how sloppy they presented their case, that it was on the verge of a mistrial. We're going to get into that, plus Young Thug's father. He said that Fani Willis should be held accountable, and he endorsed her opponent, Courtney.
Not just the art, freedom of speech. Let's talk about his rights. We freedom of speech, man. You know, how can you take a person's freedom of speech and say, now we're going to tell you how you need to talk or how you supposed to talk? You know, who would feel comfortable with? Would any of us out here right now feel comfortable with someone telling us, you confirmed from saying this? You can't say that? You know, what do the Constitution play a role at? You know, these young men, all of these young men, and some of us too, all of our rights are being violated right now because we're being dictated to. I was in agreement with Brian and Keith. You know, let's keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's make them continue to embarrass themselves. You know, but at the same token, my son is I've never tried to interfere with his decisions. I just try to give him the knowledge of making the best decision that he sees fit for him. You know, I've always been in his life from a pup to now. And I'm gonna continue to be in his life. You know, and as an adult, he has to make his own decision.
And
you know?
do you live here in Metro Atlanta?
Yes, I do.
So how does it feel to hear that he's not allowed to be in Metro Atlanta?
I'm totally against that because this is where he's from. You know, and to have a district attorney take that away from him that isn't a resident from here. She's from another state. You know, and to see her take a man away from where he's from to have to go live somewhere else, that's offensive to me. For the city of Atlanta, Fulton County, we need to get rid of the poison that's in our system, and that's the district attorney office. So vote Courtney Kramer. Courtney Kramer, I support Courtney Kramer to the fullest. I feel like she's the best person for the job, and it's not because of what she said about us, it's because she said that and she was in my company and never knew who I was.
Absolutely true.
The fact that you have the fact that this man is literally Young Thugs, that literally, I don't want to say he endorsed. I don't want to say that he endorsed Courtney Kramer, but the fact of the matter is that he's propping her up, saying that she's the best for the job because this DA has failed so miserably from both this YSL case and from the Trump case, because a lot of the shit that's been going on with her into the Trump case, that shit's been getting challenged in court because it's been deemed unlawful. And her and Nathan Wade actually visited the White House to be with Kamala Harris. So my question to you is this: how corrupt do you gotta be to willingly go up to Washington, D.C. and meet with the vice president about a case, or about something, before you initiate a case on a former president? That sounds fishy in and of itself. And the fact that they have logs of this shit, that's a red flag. And the fact that Nathan Wade was asked by either Congress or the Senate, one of them, and he couldn't answer any of their questions. When they asked him, do you remember these? Do you remember why you up there? What was the visit to the White House about? And he said, I do not recall, or something like that. You know what the fuck it was about. I mean, stupid can only go but so far. But the fact that this woman did this and then sleeping with the nigga, bruh. Boy, you can't make this shit up.
And the woman that's with him, she agreed that Courtney's stance on the YSL situation, it made sense, and the prosecutors were out of order. Specifically, Fani Willis's prosecutorial targeting. She wanted to be famous, and she was willing to do whatever the Democrats wanted her to do in order to move up. Now, let's connect this. That's the reason why the Shade Room was trying to make Young Thug's father look crazy. It's because he endorsed Courtney. Courtney is running against Fani, and the Shade Room is obviously bought and paid for. They're being paid to not only distract, but to control millions of black people. And on top of that, they're being paid to convince us to go against ourselves. That's what they're doing.
We need to start making the people accountable that makes the decisions for us. So we need to put the right people in office. We need to start scanning the people that we vote for.
Young Thug is a big artist. People have heard about his case that was an alleged RICO case in Georgia. This was the case, to remind people, where art, black art, as you've called it, lyrics were being used, attempted as criminal evidence. He has pled, which is a sort of a resolution to part of the case. What, if anything, can you tell us about that?
I couldn't say too much about it for the last 2 years because I was going to be a witness for him. But today is a great day. You have a father, a leader of his community, coming home. You have a son that gets to hug his mother.
So by pleading, he'd been held, and I just want to remind people, there were a lot of Republicans, Trump officials, all white people, who were free before their trial in the same jurisdiction. He was being held not because he was convicted, he was being held in pretrial detention.
Yes.
And see, they play these games all the time. I'm talking about the media. He's up here saying black art. He's talking about music lyrics being used to prosecute people when they didn't have real evidence against them to support the charges.
That part to me never made sense. So this even goes along with the whole Tory Lanez case too. You are literally prosecuting somebody and you don't even have any evidence of what they did. That's the baffling thing to me. So this woman prosecuted this man and held him without bond, I believe, and she didn't have any lick of evidence. The court couldn't get this shit. She couldn't get this shit the way she wanted, so she held this man in court, or held this man in jail against his will because of some music lyrics. No physical evidence, no nothing. You just held him in jail because of some quote-unquote quotes from his music, and you didn't have any realistic evidence. Same thing with the Tory Lanez situation. You held this man in jail, and the evidence is pointing away from him, and you still hold this man in jail for no reason. And then to come to find out that the broad is lying, and you knew she was lying. That's the fucking crazy part about this shit too. So, what the fuck? And y'all see, this is why I say that a lot of women should be in power. A lot of women shouldn't be in certain positions. A lot of women don't deserve the power that they get most of the time. Especially when it came down to Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. That situation was blown way out of fucking proportion because the broad was obviously lying to Gayle King, and you could tell that she was fucking lying. And then with this case, they don't have they have evidence, and they have evidence, they say, as song lyrics, but yet you can never prove it. And the hell, even Young Thug's lawyer even said most of the stuff that they was talking about came way before the situation happened. So you can't sit here and say that I have evidence. Meanwhile, the shit didn't even happen yet before the damn song came out. So therefore, you're locking somebody based off a preconceived notion. That's illegal. Boy, this is why, man, these people nowadays, they just want to just get a fucking person locked up, even if he ain't even fucking he ain't even did nothing. That's the fucking baffling part about this. But anyways, guys, like, share, subscribe to the channel, support the podcast, subscribe.com. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening. Bye, guys.